6:09.
October 12th. Driving 9 hours down to PA. Gonna go stay at a campground, hunt some public land. See what's going on. We're loaded.
Loaded.
It is 2:33 on Friday the 13th. We've been driving for 8 hours at this point, but we're in Pennsylvania. We've got another hour and a half to go. Finish out the last push, and then we're gonna take a break for a couple hours, maybe take a nap in the car, grab some breakfast, and then hit the public land, start scouting, try to find a spot to set up with the bows tonight before muzzleloader opens up in the morning for does. So we'll see what happens. So it's 7:45. Dakota and I took a little nap. Now we're just driving around some state lands. Looks like we've already got some hunting pressure. We're gonna take today as a scouting day. Drive around, bounce around the public land spots, and try to get a gauge on what the terrain lays out like, what looks good, what doesn't look good, where's getting pressure, where's not. So should be interesting. I've already seen a bunch of deer last night. Hopefully we keep seeing some deer and find some good spots to go later this week. Just found this huge cut that runs for like, I don't know, probably a mile wide, probably a mile and a half long, all in different stages of growth. One's like 6 months old, the other one's 2 years old, another section of it's like 3 years old. So it's pretty cool how there's a variety of diversity within the same big ass cut, but trying to figure out what the deer are primarily feeding on is the concern now. So I'm gonna jet out of here, get some breakfast, and probably come back here, walk the perimeter of it. Anyway, it's looking promising so far. Just got to the cabin. Temporary stay.
What buck you want, dude?
Huh?
You want the right?
Yeah, I got the right, yo. This is bare necessities right here, but it's supposed to rain a couple days, so we'll be alright in here. This will work.
Tom, what are we looking for?
Any indications of how they're coming up out of this thick, nasty bullshit? Don't like walking on these heavily used walking trails that often, but we're just using it to get around the shit, to dive into some of the fingers and bowls in the area. So we can hopefully find them bedded down low in the ditches and stuff. I don't think that they're up top. I know they're not up top in this particular case because the fields are up top with the parking area, and all the sign indicates they're coming up from the bottom. So we got to find them around here wherever they're at in the bottoms. So that's the key for right now. So yesterday was a wash. We ended up coming back home because we were too tired to do anything. But today we got about 11 hours of sleep now, so we're totally caught up. Unfortunately, Saturday, it is raining out. Has been all day, so it's supposed to rain for the rest of the day, all through the night. Right now we're cooking breakfast on the little propane stove here. We'll cook up some eggs and bacon, eat, and then figure out a game plan on what we're going to end up doing today. All right. What happened?
Well, Thomas's excellent map scouting led to property that was part of the Pennsylvania Fish and Game Cooperative.
It's like a cooperating landowner access program.
So we went up and knocked on the door. Just a cold knock. Gentleman answered the door, and we asked for permission. And as long as we don't hunt on Sundays, which is against state law anyways.
State law.
He is all about it. So
I wouldn't say he was all about it. He didn't seem like a lot of people have asked him before, which is kind of surprising. He was like, yeah, I guess. Okay. So it's looking good for this evening. We're going to hopefully see some deer. Try to kill something. We're at
the spot. Gonna go check out these cornfields behind us. There's another one back that way, another one over there. Mixed crop. We're gonna go walk the perimeters, see which one's getting hit, and find a spot to set up. We're at a little break in the rain right now, but gonna try to set up on the ground somewhere probably and kill something. You hit it? You hit it?
Looking at the closest one to us.
Yeah, oh yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
That was walking towards us.
She was stomping a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't like that. Did you, where, was she quartering too?
Just barely.
Did you put it on her shoulder?
Yeah.
She ran away like, I don't know. We'll
It
see.
shouldn't look like anything hurt her, but I feel real confident about the shot.
Okay.
So.
Alright, here's the update. Dakota shot his deer. The rain kind of picked up, so we put the camera away. We were walking back to the truck to get some lights to start looking for it, and walked into a different cornfield. I saw a deer that was like 150 yards out. The scope was a little bit fogged up, so tried to wipe it off with my undershirt. Wiped it off, eventually got into a kneeling position. Doe came, walked straight into us in the bottom corner of this other cornfield. Took a 100-yard crack at it. Mule kicked, just dogging straight, like zigzagging back and forth to the tree line, and then it dove into the tree line. Same tree line Dakota's deer ran into. We just grid searched the shit out of it for 2 hours in the pouring rain, super thick, nasty bullshit. Couldn't find either one of them. So we're gonna go back there first light in the morning and do our due diligence to try to find these deer. Dakota and I just went and knocked on another farmer's door who owns a ton of agricultural land. We talked to him, asked him permission if we could hunt deer for a couple days. What did they say? You go up in there, shoot as many as you want, something along those lines. So
Tearing up my crops.
tearing up his crops. His land abuts up to some government ground, which is publicly accessible. So we're putting boots on the ground now, scouting. It's Sunday. We're gonna look for a spot to slide in here tomorrow morning to hunt, and then hammer it out for the next 3 days. See what we find. Monday, October 16th. Going back to the field spot that we checked out a couple days ago that abuts up to the lake. We walked it, kind of
midday in the rain, hoping to catch some movement, but seemed like good bedding area. So this morning, it's clear, overcast. We're gonna walk back in there at first light, try to catch deer moving around back to their bed in the ECRP field. So that's the plan.
Word.
It's game time.
It's game time. We're here on the private that we got permission to hunt. I'm gonna go back up into this cut cornfield behind me, hunt this little point that comes off of it. Dakota, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go set up on the kind of right in between in the tree line between two large cornfields. I can watch both of them, and then there's also another cut cornfield directly behind me on the other side of the tree line, so I'm gonna try to get high enough up in the tree where I can at least glass the one behind me and shoot the two in front of me.
Yep. Dakota's got the muzzle loader. I'm going with the bow. Hopefully we see something tonight. We know there's deer in here, so we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm set up. It's early, it's 2:30. I'm glad we got here early. Plenty of time for this field to settle down. I've never hunted a cut cornfield before for deer. Set up some pop-up blinds or layout blinds for geese before, but never for deer. So it's a different type of hunting, but the deer have always been in the cut corn. So we're here to shoot a doe. If a buck with 3 points on one side happens to come out, then we'll obviously shoot that, but primarily targeting does in here, hoping the does filter out and feed in this cut cornfield with just some green grass. Kind of pitches them down right here in this corner, so we'll see if I can't get lucky tonight. It's Tuesday, October 17th. It's our last afternoon in PA. Dakota and I just rolled back up to the cornfields. We had some opportunities here the last couple days. Hoping to tweak our setups a little bit. Hopefully put the smack down tonight. We'll see. It's a long drive back to New Hampshire to reflect if we don't. So.
Closing thoughts.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
Highly would recommend. 10 out of 10.
I'm set up for the night. I'm in this
smaller. I don't even know what kind of tree it is. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what kind of tree it is. It's only about 10 inches wide, so I'm up above a fork where it splits. It would be a good size, but the tree forks and splits off and makes about a 10 inch and an 8 inch tree. This is the only tree I could get in on this end of the field where I saw those does moving through last night. So I've got some shooting lanes, some bat cover behind me. So it's the last night in PA. We'll see what happens. It's early. It's 2:10. We're gonna get buckled down here and see what we see. I had coyotes and turkeys moving through yesterday at 3 o'clock. So we'll see. Beautiful here. It's cloudy, overcast, 55 degrees. It's supposed to cool down. Hopefully it gets deer moving. We'll see.
Well, that's gonna do it. Only ended up seeing those does at last light. They didn't come in, and by the time Dakota got up to make a move on them, it was the end of shooting light. So that's gonna wrap it up for this PA trip. Lots of deer here.
Lots of deer.
Couldn't seal the deal. It's alright. Lessons learned, and we'll be back sometime, I'm sure. See you on the next one. Back to New Hampshire tonight, and then pre-rut, hunting season, additional vacations are coming. More videos are coming. Thanks for watching.
Just a little guy.
Yeah. It's horns though. Step in the right direction, brother.